Hello, my name is Austin Lehman, and welcome to the next edition of Austin Weekend. I swear we've been doing this for a few episodes.
We've been doing this, since, I guess for about 6 or 7 months now, which is fun.
And here is Dad, of course. And we're here to review the adaptation of the 80s classic Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Slimer.
It just basically follows around a new era of Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it's a complete
New retelling.
Rethinking of the whole story. So, and to be honest, when we first saw the previews,
It looked horrible.
it looked horrible.
I tackled it.
The previews were horrible. It was the most disliked video in the history of YouTube, which is saying something. There's a lot of crap on YouTube. But yeah, so we decided we would go tackle it and take a look at it and let you know what we think about it. Instead of 4 guys this time, it's
4 gals.
four gals. Basically, well, we don't want to ruin any of the story, but it's basically just like
It's just a brand spanking new retelling.
Basically, where again, nobody knows of ghosts yet, and it's the story of these 4 girls getting together and becoming the Ghostbusters.
At least of a new era.
In the new era, and just the story of the ghosts and them fighting the main bad ghost. We won't give any spoilers in it. We'll just sort of tell you about it a little bit. First of all, the special effects
Are top notch.
I thought that they were pretty good. They had good ghosts. They brought back the classic Slimer for a small part in the movie. So that was pretty cool. But they had good ghosts. They had good special effects. There wasn't anything at all bad with the special effects or anything.
Nothing. No.
It didn't look fake. They had good special effects.
Now the one thing that is probably the worst part of this movie is its lackluster story.
It's sort of got a weak storyline. Where the original Ghostbuster had the super villain and so on and so forth. This one was sort of weak. It was sort of weak sauce a little bit. The story didn't drag you into it.
It doesn't help that the villain wasn't the best in the world.
No, it didn't have a great villain. The villain was sort of meh.
Cliched.
Yeah, it was a cliched villain. So the story was weak, but the special effects made up for that a little bit. Out of the 4 lady actors, 2 of them were really good, and 2 of them were I liked Kristen Wiig,
Melissa McCarthy.
Both of those played a pretty good. They played a pretty good part. They put you could see them as the female Ghostbusters. The other 2 were a little
iffy.
Yeah. I didn't like the scientific. I believe Holtzman or something. I believe was what her name. The blonde lady who was supposed to be the scientific one. She seemed completely insane. Instead of super smart and brainy crazy, she seemed like you should lock her up in a padded room crazy, and I didn't really like that. Venkman on the original Ghostbusters was the smart one, and he wasn't a goofy, off the wall, insane person. He was just as good a scientist. So I didn't care for that much.
Now, how do you think of all of the characters as a whole, like all bunched up into one group?
As a whole, I said it wasn't bad. It was better than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be utterly horrible. I mean, the previews made it look like a dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire. I didn't think. Maybe. Let's rephrase that. Let's scratch that. The trailer didn't make it look like a dumpster fire. It made it look like a town fire.
Yeah, it looked like the whole town was on fire. The previews did, yeah. So I guess going into the movie and getting more than a dumpster fire was good. But I said it had a okay story. The special effects were really good. It was believable. You could see the story happening, blah blah blah, like that. Most of the characters were pretty good.
But some carried the movie down.
A couple of the Ghostbusters were a little wishy-washy, but they did have some good cameos of all the old
Ghostbusters
actors. So that was pretty cool, just to give a little homage to the origin story. So that was pretty cool.
The one dude who made the Ghostbusters. You all know his name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's in the movie.
Yep.
Yeah. You'll actually find little cameos all throughout the movie. So, I mean, that was actually pretty cool.
Here's a fun little fact. This rebooted version of the Ghostbusters was actually produced by Dan Aykroyd.
Mm-hmm. Who was an original?
Ghostbuster,
yeah. So that was pretty cool. You had Harold Ramis, of course, who has passed away, who actually became a famous director. He directed the first two Spider-Mans. But we had Harold Ramis and Dan Aykroyd and Ernie Hudson.
I would never thought that a Ghostbuster would direct a Spider-Man movie. Isn't that the most random thing in the world?
Yeah, that is sort of random. But he actually directed quite a few movies. So you get cameos from all the old characters, which was pretty cool. Again, we won't give any spoilers away, but you can see them throughout the movie. And we won't give away what the story is about.
We won't give away major plot points.
No major plot. Most of this stuff you can see in the previews, or if you get into chat boards and stuff about the movie, you can get most of the stuff that we're telling you.
But do we recommend you watch it in the movie theater? One answer, no.
Not really.
No, not really. But one thing we should recommend it is for a rental.
It is worth watching.
On a rental disc.
I don't know if I'd take a family of 4 and go spend $50 or anything, But if it comes out for rental and you spend a few bucks on it, sit on your couch, make your own popcorn. It's a pretty good movie. Mm.
If you got it for rental.
Yeah,
but if you watched it in the theater, you'd feel a little let down.
It's okay. Sometimes it tried to be too funny. And it overdid it a little bit.
It was a little too over the top at times.
Yeah, some of the characters were over the top, and I didn't much care for that. But
true to the Ghostbuster name, there are a ton of ghosts.
There's a ton of ghosts. I said, and it's good special effects. They look good. It's not a bad movie.
It's not bad by any stretch of the imagination.
No,
it's not a great movie by any stretch of the imagination. But
it's not a great movie. It's okay.
It's not bad, not good, just...
It's okay.
In the middle.
It's okay. Yeah. I said, if you're a Ghostbuster fan, then I do recommend watching it, because it's a decent Ghostbuster movie.
But if you have not watched the original Ghostbusters movie, we might recommend you watch the 1980s version.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. I said, it's not too bad. You want to go ahead and do the rating?
But one interesting thing I have to point out here.
What's that?
This was in 6 or 7 months of doing Austin Weekend, this is only the second movie or show we've ever done on the show.
Yeah, most of the time we go watch movies and they're excellent, or we go watch movies and they tank. This is only the second one it was okay. It was okay.
That's something else, ain't it?
Yeah, so...
Okay, now let's get to the rating.
Okay, you want to explain how the rating works?
1 being completely and utterly...
Crap.
Say it again.
Crap. And 10 being...
The best thing out there.
Best thing ever.
Do it again.
Awesome. We rate 1 through 10.
And 0 being...
Food fight.
And it deserves it.
That's the only 0 we've ever watched. So we rate 1 through 10. We don't rate stars, because that's boring.
Yeah.
It's not post-star movie.
Typical critic talk.
No. Now, we pull something from the movies. It's one of the favorite items from the movies to use to rate it by. Like when Kung Fu Panda, we used...
Dumpling time!
Kung Fu Panda loved dumplings, so we used dumplings to rate the movies.
We should make that a meme, like...
Yeah.
Dumpling time!
So, in Ghostbusters, we're going to obviously use ghosts.
Boo.
So, we're going to rate it one ghost being completely and utterly crap. 10 ghosts being awesome. Okay, from 1 through 10.
It'll be awesome if you were a horror fan.
Oh, well, horror fan. 1 being crap, 10 being the best. How many ghosts do you give Ghostbusters?
6.
A good solid 6 out of 10. Like I said, it's not horrible.
It's not horrible. It's not really terrible. It's just right in the middle of things.
So I liked it probably a little bit more than that. I'm probably about a 6.5, 6.5.
I expected this movie to tank seriously like the Titanic did.
I did too. I thought it was going to really, really be bad, but it only had certain bad parts that sort of weighted it down.
And the trailers pretty much showed the worst parts.
Yeah, the trailers. Again, the trailer pulled out the most stupid stuff in it and tried to
stretch it.
Like that's what you wanted to see was the stupid stuff.
Sure, this was a part comedy movie, but you didn't have to do it like that.
That's where a lot of movies these days really try to go over the top with.
We've watched a movie just recently that does pure comedy well. Case in point, The Secret Life of Pets.
The Secret Life of Pets was a pure comedy movie,
and it did it well.
And it did it well, yeah. So you don't have to go over the top to do comedy, but like I said, it gets 6.5. We do recommend watching it
on a rental disc,
DVD. You're in it, yeah, Netflix, DVD, whatever. But it's not bad.
Not by any stretch of the imagination. No, I feel like I'm repeating myself.
It's a good little movie. Okay, what do we got coming up next?
We
do have a request that we have to do next.
Steven Universe, a very popular Cartoon Network show that's been getting a lot of great things thrown its way.
We have been asked if we could review it. We always do what our fans ask us. So we will review Steven Universe, and it will be next.
And we've also got The Loud House that's been on our radar since May.
We got The Loud House. We got another movie coming out soon. It is
Ice Age Collision Course, the 5th movie in the Ice Age.
You wonder how many more stories can they get out of Ice Age? But
and I heard that they were making a 6th one.
It's normally pretty good, so I'm gonna go into it again with an open mind. Hopefully, it'll be pretty good. We've also got, which we keep putting on the back burner, we can't never get to, our theme songs.
Let's do our theme songs.
We're going to try to get that done pretty soon, too. Our top 10 or maybe even top 15 theme songs from cartoons. So we've got all that stuff coming up.
Movies do not count. Movies don't count.
No, we don't pull out movies because it would be...
Knock it off.
I can't help it. I like Star Wars. But
please hit the like and the subscribe button and... hit the groovy button.
Hit the groovy button, baby. Because it's groovy. Be sure to put some comments down there.
Send us some thoughts.
If you've watched the Ghostbusters movies, let us know what you think. You might like it more than us. You might hate it more than us. But we'd love to have the comments down there. So throw us some comments. If there's something else that you want to see, be sure and ask for us down there.
Don't be afraid to send us your thoughts.
We are going to be going out of country here in about a week, so there's a possibility that we may do
one of our lists
from another country. So be looking for that. We might be able to do that. That would be cool if we could.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be gone for 2 weeks, and we don't want to go away for 2 weeks and not give you an Austin weekend. So we might try to do something. But other than that, keep on watching. We're good.
Alrighty. And see you next week.